All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again. All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a Q and A video. First topic we're going to be talking about, so kind of spoiler warning. Yeah, it's everywhere now anyway. Everybody knows about it. And that is that Steven Yeun, or Glenn from The Walking Dead's name, was removed from The Walking Dead credits for The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 4. Want to go ahead and give my thoughts as well as answer a few more of your guys' questions. Okay, right. So got a few messages from you guys. A good number of people asked this question. This one I'll just include from Physics for All's username, who I grabbed this one from. It says, "Hey Trev, hope you're doing great. My question is whether you noticed that both in the opening credits and the closing credits, Glenn's name was removed. Does this mean that it is confirmed he is dead?" So that's from Physics for All, as well as many of you guys have asked that question. So I can't just say just him. A lot of people have asked that question, and it's some topic of conversation after episode 4. It's funny that people are more talking about that than they are episode 4 itself. So not a whole lot of talk after that episode, just because based on the kind of episode that it was. But it was self-explanatory, so there isn't too much mystery or that kind of stuff to talk about. So with regards to this question, wanted to give my thoughts on this first because I think it's really interesting. So does that confirm that he's dead? I'm going to go with no. I think AMC is messing with us. I think they're still messing with us. I think they're doing it on purpose. It's kind of the same as when you have the trailer where they allude to certain things, like it's going to be this Rick versus Morgan thing right off the bat, and that isn't at all what we see, or even close to it. Almost not, pretty much not existent in terms of a Rick versus Morgan thing. We haven't really seen that at all yet. We may see it coming up, but so far we haven't seen that at all yet. So, and maybe not. Maybe we won't see that at all. So it's kind of the same thing, I think, as that, where they are using it for misdirection. They're making you think something because they know how big the show is, and they know how careful we are as viewers for the series. The fans of The Walking Dead, I mean, it has some really, really loyal fans, right up there with other shows like Game of Thrones, where people they go into every single little detail about it, possibilities and fan theories and the whole bit online. A lot of us here in the channel do as well, too. So they know that we love the series that much. I mean, they went as careful as to put zombie body parts that matched Morgan before the finale of Season 5. I mean, that's careful, if you're going to go that careful. That is some care for sure, that they know that we're watching to that degree where we might even notice stuff like that, and it might kind of get us amped for the finale because we might think Morgan could be killed. So I think they did it on purpose because they want everybody to think that he is going to be killed. Is there a potential chance that maybe Steven Yeun was just on set for the rest of the season because they didn't want it to leak, or they didn't want anybody to know, and then it ended up getting kind of leaked anyway? So I think that's a possibility, but I'd say no. I don't think it's confirmation just because they removed his name from the credits that he's dead for sure. At this point, I am thinking he's going to come back, and I'm thinking Maggie will find him, or you may see something like that character find him. But I think he's going to make it. I think it's either going to be under the trash can. Some people think he's going to be able to get inside the trash can and just hold the doors down. Other people like the guts trick, maybe just covered in so much guts that the zombies don't eat him. Distraction. We've talked about the theories. There's a top 5 video in the channel. If you missed it, check the channel. Top 5 ways Glenn may survive. So, yeah, I think he's going to make it at this point. I don't think that confirms his death, no. I would actually be shocked if he didn't survive, if he didn't come back. I would be really surprised if he was actually just dead, and he was just in filming because he wanted to hang around for the rest of the season and had nothing else to do. Because he wasn't on Talking Dead either, right? So I think he's good, at least for a little while. Some people think he's going to get bitten and then slowly die over a couple episodes of the season, which would be, gut-wrenching for sure. So I don't think that's going to happen either. I think he's just going to be okay for a while. I think he's going to be fine. So those are, that's my thoughts on it. It'd be awesome is if he was just okay permanently. Like they decided, instead of the comic book series, we know where they went in the comic book series. Let's just have Glenn survive permanently, just for like a long time. Because I don't think Steven Yeun is really high in the payroll. I mean, I'm sure he gets paid well. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure he's a millionaire at this point, but he's probably not one of the the big paid people on the show. So I'd like to see him just survive permanently if they're willing to go that route. So we'll see. Now that he's had such a close call, he's had close calls before, but this is the closest one, I would say. Granted, Merle did do a number on him, so that was a pretty close call too, and a pretty awesome scene as well too. When he was able to kill that zombie, he's tied up in a chair. So if he can get out of that, he's going to be pretty hard to beat. So that's the first one. So those are my thoughts on that. Write your comments below, guys. What you think? Do you think that Steven Yeun is going to make it? Do you think them removing his name from the credits means anything? I don't think we can trust AMC in that way at this point. In certain ways, yeah, to bring us good content, yeah. But when it comes to their trailers and stuff and credits and that, it can be misleading, yeah, on purpose. So next question is from Michael Hughes, and he says, I was confused. Was the wolf bitten or just wounded? And a few people replied to this one. This was my interpretation of it as well, too, but as you guys know, my interpretation could be wrong because my first interpretation of when he hit the wolf in the face with the staff was that he had killed him because that probably would kill you if you were, knocked out. Or it could anyway, in real life. It could. You get hit in the head like that, it's not, in real life, yeah, probably. Anyway, so... was he bitten? My interpretation was, he was just wounded. And even though he did say kind of in a very odd, kind of silly, goofy, almost gay way to Morgan that he's sweating and stuff. Maybe it's the hair. Maybe it's the hair, the hair and stuff. It's like, have you noticed? I'm saying, Morgan's not checking you out, dude. I mean, he doesn't notice these things. So, anyway, it's a weird scene. What is he going to show him? He's going to show him something. Anyway, he shows him the wound. And I don't know. That's the way I read this. It's just, I don't know. That's immediately where my mind went to. So, but... anyway, to me, it looked like he was just wounded and maybe it was infected or something, and he just wasn't, I think they would have attacked anyway. They attacked at the best time he could have. So I highly doubt it just happened to be they attacked then when, the others were all out. So, it seemed deliberate to me. And I'm also interested to find out, is that dude the alpha wolf? Because it says in the wiki that he's the alpha wolf, meaning he'd be like the leader wolf. And he doesn't seem like the leader wolf to me. I mean, the guy with the axe is quite a bit more scary than him. But who knows? I don't know. He's got some guts anyway. So, but we'll see what happens with that. But I think he's just wounded. And, Morgan, is he going to let him starve? Is he going to try that? Or is the wolf going to be able to get out? Probably get out. Let's be honest here. Just stir the pot, so to speak. I don't think we've seen the end of the wolves yet. I don't think so. So I'd be surprised if we did. Next one's from Monica Martinez. And she says... anyway, I had a thought about Rick's situation and wanted to know your thoughts. Do you think it's possible that if Rick was to hide in the van and stay quiet, the walkers could just pass by, similar to what happened in season 2 when Andrea hid in the RV when the herd of walkers went past? Keep up the good work, mate. That's right, mate, right? Yeah, that's something I don't say too much, mate, but that's it's not really a North American thing. We say man a lot and stuff like that, man, and dude, that's an older one. So, which I am kind of partial to because of Ninja Turtles and that. So, anyway, do I think Rick would hide? Is it his style to hide in the RV? No, I don't think so. He's a man of action. He's not going to just sit there and hide. I mean, on rare occasions, he may have to hide, but for the most part, he's a man of action. So I think if the damn thing doesn't start, he's just going to get out and start running. And they will all probably chase him, but maybe that's why we hear in the preview or the promo, it's like, oh my god, it's probably a fast thing. Like, you better do it right now because there's like 1,000 zombies chasing me. And Deanna's screwed because how's she going to get, she can't move that fast. She's all old and distraught and stuff. She's going to have to get down there and get in there before the zombies arrive. I mean, she'll probably have time, but, I don't know. Yeah, as long as she doesn't panic or anything. So we'll see what happens with that. But, definitely exciting stuff. And I don't think Rick is going to hide in the RV, but I could be entirely wrong. Because also, they're coming to the RV because of what they heard. So they're not the same as in season 2. That was just they just happened to pass by. It's like a herd that passes by. But this herd knows where they're going. They heard something, so they know something's up. Granted, they're probably going to munch down on the wolves that are on the outside that were shot dead because they're not totally zombified yet. They're still fresh meat. Next one's from Cigar Nixica 89. He says spotlight on Eastman and Nicholas. He's got a smiley face. So I think he's suggesting it. Would I do a spotlight on Eastman? No, because he's like a one character thing. So he's good. You know, he was a good character. I did like to see him briefly. It was cool from Morgan's background to give him, you know, a Jedi master, so to speak, to learn under. And Nicholas, definitely not a spotlight for Nicholas. Screw him, man. I don't know. You know, Nicholas is whatever, man. I don't know. I would no, not for him. Not for him. I'm not that big a fan of him, so I'm not just going to sit here for 5 minutes and tell you how much I dislike him. And then we'll do one more for this one. Last one's also from Cigar Nixica 89. Trev, I think the entire episode dedicated to Morgan is a dead giveaway that he's going to get killed. Like what was her name in season 5? You mean Beth? I don't know what you mean. What was her name? Yeah, Beth. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Emily Kinney's character. Yeah, she didn't make lasting impression. If I forgot her name after one season, she's dead. I think maybe it means somebody else. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about, brother. You gotta spell this stuff out for me. I'm not that smart. She's dead. I hate when they're doing it, giving whole episode to one character. You can kind of figure out they're gonna die. Season 4, the governor got an episode. Season 5, Maggie's annoying sister got an. He doesn't want to say her. You know her name, man. Come on, you know it. Maggie's annoying sister got an episode. Season 6, Morgan gets an episode, and he will be pretty dead. Now, this is a perfect chance for you to drop her pretty much dead already by the end of the mid-season finale. All best to you for creating so much content on Walking Dead. Of course, brother. Thanks for sticking with me for the last, I don't know how many years you've been here for, like 4 years, 3 years, something like that. Maybe longer. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Been a while. So, do I think Morgan's... Oh, man. I mean, this is so tough. I hope not. But, yeah, you know, I hear what you guys are saying. There was another one like this yesterday that I saw. It's like, yeah, because he got so much time, you know, you could see them killing him. The thing is he does fill out, by him being there and being such a concentration, he sure does fill out the roster, because you also have Daryl, you have Rick, you have Carol, you have other characters too, like Gabriel hasn't had any time this year, not that we care about that, but you got Carl, you just got so many characters, Abraham and his crew, Eugene, and oh man, it really fills it out to bring in another kind of like one of those big characters like Daryl or Rick. I'd put Morgan kind of near the top, like a Shane, Daryl, Rick, like one of those really important characters. So I sure as hell hope he doesn't get killed by the end of the season. But yeah, I feel what you're saying with the getting so much time that they may kill him off. Hopefully not. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, write your comments below, guys. Let me know what you think about these questions. Do you think Glenn is dead or not? The discussion continues until we get official confirmation. I think he's going to make it. And you can write what you think about Morgan, too, if you think Morgan's going to survive or not. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. If you want to support the channel, please share. Please favorite. And, thank you to everybody for contributing to the Patreon account. I'll put the link in the description of that as well, too. Somebody sent me a message, and, I just want to say, don't feel pressured, to pledge to the Patreon. If you want to, you can. But don't feel that way. It's there for you if you guys want to do that. You want to help support the channel. And I appreciate each of you who does do that. But don't feel pressured. I never want people to feel that way, like they have to. Or no. That's not what that's about. So I wanted to be clear on that and just add that in this video real quick today. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, you can subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for this video, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace.